Hi, I'm Pierre Tata. I'm the board chair of the Ventura County Community Foundation. 25 years ago, our founders had a simple yet powerful vision to create a place where community capital could stay and grow in Ventura County.
I became a founder of the Community Foundation because I love Ventura County. I identify with it. I grew up here. And the foundation is a way of preserving that identity and of feeding it, of feeding the health of this very diverse community that we call Ventura County.
Ventura County is a very special county. Number one, it's got some of the finest people that ever were in California, and it has some of the most beautiful topography and farming that you'll find anywhere.
I'm part of the fabric of it, or it's part of me. So I just grew up with a sense of place. I grew up with the tradition, the expectation that I would give back to the community. That was just part of the fabric of who we were, of who everyone was in that generation.
Emerging as an idea from the local United Way, the Community Foundation has grown over the last 25 years to be a unique partner in this region.
There needed to be a single Ventura County Community Foundation.
Every community should have a community foundation. I found out about community foundations when I was president of the United Way.
We would talk not only to the foundations, but to donors in Ventura County. Their big money, their estate plans, all went to Santa Barbara County and Los Angeles.
The money was created and made here in the county, and it would have been so much better if we could have kept that money for the benefit of the people that are here.
Some of the key people, we got together just to start the thing. Laura McAvoy, an attorney who helped us and stayed on the board, John Newman, Dick Shipley, who was an estate planner. No one said no to Joseph Brown from Thousand Oaks, who was extremely helpful and followed me as chairman. We try to have it geographically, represented.
Alan Teague and the founding members of the Ventura County Community Foundation would meet wherever they could. The Community Foundation existed in their hearts and minds.
It was a leap of faith for those who listened to the vision and looked at who was involved in it and felt that this was sustainable. And the story is so compelling, it's so right.
We started with nothing. Bud Smith offered us some office space. Joe Brown had some excess furniture from one of his offices. I had some trucks and men on my ranch. We went, picked up the furniture, brought it down, set it in place in the office Camaria. Got a couple of telephones, and we were off and running.
There was an enthusiasm. One, we wanted to keep the board small. Two, keep it informal. Base membership on production, actually getting out there and lining accounts, and we did that. And then we, instead of having a big office, we had a very small office. The founding board were people with different backgrounds. They all had, and Joe Brown, who to me was like one of Mr. Thousand Oaks.
When I think about John Newman, for instance, John was a person with tremendous integrity, a commitment to quality in everything that he did, and a vision for the long term, for doing good. He had been a leader in everything that he had done, and he believed in this vision and was willing to put his name forward.
We had Dick Shipley, who was a very fine individual, well-versed in estate planning, and was a tremendous benefit to us in our early years in determining the categories and the type of activities we were after. Joe Leggett I've known for many years. He headed the Jans Foundation.
Bud Smith was larger than life. He was ebullient, he was big, he was full of life. He was incredibly generous in the course of starting the foundation.
The Martin V. and Martha K. Smith Foundation is an important part of the VCCF story. Bud Smith believed in philanthropy, and he believed in Ventura County. His legacy lives on through his family's foundation, investing in nonprofits that help the needy, strengthen opportunities, and invest in the future of a region he loved. Like Bud Smith and his family's philanthropy, the tangible legacy of VCCF's founding board members lives on, in the funds each established, the causes they supported, and in the impact from funds they attracted to VCCF. Their leadership and their example continues to bring people, resources, and ideas to our work. As was written about architect Sir Christopher Wren's greatest work, if you want to see a monument to my life, look around you. The impact of these founders is all around us, not only at VCCF, but in everything we do to strengthen community in Ventura County.
The early founding board funded the Community Foundation out of their own pockets, and Alan, as the chairman, would often come to a board meeting, and he and I would have talked ahead of time, and I would have said, well, there's not enough money to pay for this, and he would walk into the board meeting and say, okay guys, I need checks today, we need to cover the cost of this for the next month. And that's how it happened. I mean, those people opened their wallets almost every board meeting.
We were absolutely thinking about the future, forward thinking, and we knew we couldn't do it overnight, and we sure didn't do it overnight, but we made it through.
Here we were creating something that would last for the foreseeable future and would end up being a huge benefit to the community. How could one not? It was too good a thing to pass up.
Well, I go back to the vision that the founders had in starting the Community Foundation, and that vision was to strengthen and sustain all of the nonprofit organizations in Ventura County. And when I look at the growth that the Community Foundation has had, from 300,000 in endowments to over 100 million in endowments. When I look at the beginnings that I had in that small office with one phone and a typewriter, and now look at this beautiful building that is able to provide such incredible resources to all the nonprofits in the community, I just think that the founders, those who are alive, I know are thrilled, and those who are no longer with us are just smiling.
This community foundation is going to be needed just as dearly as it is now, 25 years from now.
Ventura County is a very special place when we all work together. And that was a big part of the Community Foundation vision, is that we came together from all around Ventura County.
That's the story. It's one generation staking the next. Alan Teague, Laura McAvoy, Tom Leonard, Ralph Mahan, Michael Milligan, Richard Shipley, Bud Smith, Joe Brown, John Newman, Joe Leggett. The Community Foundation was blessed with our founding board. These people were the 10 right people at the right place at the right time.
And I look back on how we got started and think of all the wonderful people, and there weren't that many, but all the wonderful people who participated as directors. And as I had mentioned earlier, it was all done by teamwork and excellent staff. And that's why we made it. But it wouldn't have worked unless everybody wanted to have a good time and also realized they had a very serious cause and they're willing to put their time and money behind it.
And we're one of the few institutions that's not going away. We're here for the long haul.